I'm Nick Reese, and today on Nick Reese TV, we're going to talk about creating a credible freelancing and consulting website. We actually have a question from another viewer, so let's get into it. Today's question comes from James in New York City. Let's check it out. James writes, "Hi Nick, I love your stuff and have been a longtime follower. I help restaurants in New York City customize their menus using psychologically backed techniques in order to increase their sales. After years of experience inside a bigger company, I'm finally deciding to go out on my own, but I fear without the brand recognition of my old company, I'll just have a hard time getting people to take me seriously. As a freelancer who is just starting out on my own, how does my website fit into my business when most of my clients come from in-person interactions?" Thanks, James. Outstanding question. I'm so glad you're going out there and you're building your current client base from in-person interactions. The reason this is powerful is because you know what people ask in person, you know what questions to answer on your website. Now in today's video, I want to give you the 3 C's of building a credible consulting website. The first C I'm pretty sure you have, so let's get into it. The first C is context. Context has to do with who you are, what you do, what type of results you get, and why you do what you do. You see, it's so natural for us humans to establish context. You probably already do this effectively on your website. The one that most people overlook is why you do what you do. This can be an effective way of establishing why you're different than your competition. Once you've established context, it's important that you move into the second C, and this is where most people struggle. The second C is credibility. And according to BJ Fogg from Stanford University, credibility is made up of 2 key points. The first point is perceived expertise. Are you an expert? The second point is, are you trustworthy? And so it's perceived trustworthiness. So as you build your website, you want to build all the key things you can into your website to establish your expertise and your trustworthiness. But lucky for you, I actually have 7 simple steps that you can do to build instant credibility. The first tip is to display your expertise prominently. This can be done through displaying media mentions, awards, past client results, and even testimonials. Whatever you do, this is one of the most important things you can do for your website. Show the type of results you get for your clients. I can't tell you how often I visit someone's website and they don't say anything about the type of results they get. It's so easy to be like, oh, this person's just like every other consultant that does what you do. Stand out, go above and beyond, and establish your expertise prominently. The second tip is to make it easy to contact you. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to different websites and it's hard to find a way to contact the author of the website. Don't make that mistake. At least put your phone number and your email address on your website. Number 3 is make it easy to verify your claims. You can do this through footnotes or linking to the original website if you're making an argument. If you're doing something that has to do with math or logic, also back those up. Links to Wikipedia, links to the government websites really establish credibility and they don't hurt you in search engine rankings. The fourth one is make sure that there's a real human behind your website. As silly as that sounds, I can't tell you how many times I've gone to these faceless corporation websites where it's like, is there even a team of humans behind this, or is this just a corporation that's going to suck all my money out of me? Make sure you don't fall into that trap. Be connectable, put a face behind your website. 5, make sure your website is easy and useful to use. I know that may sound silly, but make sure it's easy and useful. Invest in a good design. Make sure it's easy and useful. Number 6, don't be overly promotional. So if you have ads all over your website, take them down. You're a consultant or you're a freelancer, make sure that the purpose of your website is to help convince the client that you're the perfect fit for them and their business. 7, no matter how small they may seem, avoid errors of all types. If you cover these 7 tips, then you should have a pretty credible website. So once you've established context and you've established credibility, the third and most important step is to capture the person that's on your website. What do I mean by this? I mean that you want to get their information so you can build a relationship offline. Now I know we've covered a lot in this episode of Nick Reese TV, but if you're interested in downloading a PDF checklist of everything we covered, plus a little bit more that I didn't have time to cover in this video, look for a link below this video. Go to nicholasreese.com/exclusive/consulting-checklist. There you'll find this PDF checklist of everything we talked about, including the 3 C's of building a credible consulting website, along with the 7 tips for establishing credibility. You don't want to miss this. It only takes 30 seconds. Click the link below and enter your name and email address, and I'll send you the PDF checklist. Now I have a question for you. What is your number one tip for establishing credibility online? You see, in today's marketplace, we're in a credibility crisis. Share with the community. I'm excited to see what you have to say. As always, the best conversations happen on nicholasreese.com, so venture on over to nicholasreese/credible consulting website. There you're going to find a discussion about what it takes to build a credible consulting website, along with comments that just don't happen on YouTube. We don't need any more fart jokes or this guy's hair looks funny or he's kind of pale. So venture on over to Nicholas Reese and check out the discussions. Also, if you're interested in more tips and tricks that I don't share via video and only in email, on nicholasreese.com you're going to find a name and email form where you can subscribe to get updates. I'm Nick Reese, and remember, whether you're a freelancer, consultant, or executive, you're not alone on your journey to success. Keep your head up and keep looking for tiny tweaks that can get you massive results in your business. See you soon. What are we gonna do? Happy dance.